Is it here?
Say congratulations, Mom.
Congratulations.
Go give Mama a big hug.
Look how cool. Face me. No, hold it like this. I got my diploma and I'm opening it.
Congratulations, you've earned this.
What did Daddy get in the mail?
Look at the pluses. What do you think?
It looks so good, Mom.
Looks good?
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations!
It is my great pleasure to welcome all of the families, the friends, the administrators, the incredible faculty, and most of all, you, our graduates. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are excited to celebrate with you today.
We will come out of this stronger than when we went in. We've learned so much. We've grown so much. We're still, at the end, focused primarily on students, and everything else is secondary.
Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Joanne.
And we're SNHU graduates. I chose SNHU to get a bachelor's and a master's.
I chose SNHU so I could continue my athletic career.
I just received my degree from SNHU.
SNHU was really supportive of my disability and allowed me to stay engaged in my classes while still attending doctor's appointments.
I am Michelle Barnhart, and I'm a SNU graduate. As a student, SNHU made me feel like I belonged because they were always there for me whenever I needed them.
Everyone's path is different, but the destination and the dream are the same. To hold that degree and say to the world, I'm a college graduate. I did it.
At Southern New Hampshire University, you aren't just a student. You're the author of your own story. You don't just dream, you do. Where others see challenges, you see opportunities. You persevere in spite of everything life throws at you. When things get hard, you dig deep and find a way to push through. And after tackling late nights and rallying for early mornings, your hard work has finally paid off. And today, we are proud to call you graduates.
Hello, my name is Dr. Jennifer Batchelor, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the first ever Southern New Hampshire University virtual commencement. We are thrilled to be celebrating our graduates with their families, friends, as well as our faculty and staff who are watching from all over the world today. We are so proud of all you've accomplished and are very much looking forward to the opportunity to recognize your academic achievements in person as soon as we can. I would like to now ask everyone, if you are able, to please rise for the singing of our national anthem, sung by Jessica Caldwell, a Director of Academic Advising here at SNHU.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Jessica. Welcome everyone to this year's commencement ceremonies. We're broadcasting this ceremony live, though many of you may be watching it later, depending on where you are. We have students from around the globe. Time zones may dictate that you watch this with your family at another time. And you might be sitting wherever you are, thinking, well, this isn't the commencement ceremony we planned on. We've thought that more than once. And you wouldn't be wrong. But I want to recall a conversation I had with Laurie Santos from earlier this year. Laurie is an amazing faculty member at Yale, and we had a conversation. You'll hear from her later today as our commencement speaker. And we had a conversation earlier this year in which I was asking her about the impact of the pandemic on our students and the toll it was taking. And she said, yeah, it's been tough, but these students may be the most close-knit class that we'll ever produce. That years from now, decades from now, when they meet each other, they will have this bond. They will be the ones who studied and completed and graduated during a pandemic, something that none of us has ever experienced before, and I hope we won't ever again. And she also reminded me that this is a year in which, despite all the suffering, and it was considerable, life also flourished. People fell in love, people proposed, were married, babies were born. Businesses closed, but a lot of businesses started in the midst of this. And people throughout showed amazing kindness and compassion. And against that backdrop, college degrees were completed as well. You finished. And you did so showing resilience and courage and sacrifice, and many with a burden that was much more than could be expected of you. There are frontline workers in this graduating class. There are public health workers in this graduating class, public safety people, medical professionals. You did all that our society asked of you and more, and you also completed your college degree. We stand in awe. So we celebrate today in this virtual way because that's what public health dictates. And we've made a promise to you that as soon as we can safely do so, we'll have a physical commencement ceremony. And I would love to greet you on stage, see you in the audience. But take pride in this accomplishment. Take more pride in this accomplishment, not less. We will brag about you more in the years to come, not less. We will remember you more vividly, not less. You are an amazing class. And don't let distance and virtual space diminish the virtues of this accomplishment. Commencements are important, really important. They are the parade through the city streets when the team has won the championship. But no one confuses the parade for the game. Parades are not the championships. You won that game in the long hours of being a student and writing papers, completing exams. And when you finished your last class, I know you remember that day, the last assignment was handed in and earned your degree, and in that moment you won the championship. You come into this day the champions of your own story and of our hearts, and we are incredibly proud. Let the ceremonies begin. It's my pleasure to introduce this year's commencement speaker, Dr. Laurie Santos, Seville University. Laurie has received a Doctorate of Humane Letters for her contributions to the social sciences, and more importantly, for her guidance, which has taken on national prominence for how to lead a healthier and happier life. Laurie is an incredibly influential figure who's taught us about resiliency, positive psychology, and in a way that doesn't neglect the genuine challenges and suffering in the world, but instead talks about how we build a meaningful and happy life despite, and in some cases, because of what we've been through. Laurie is perhaps the most apt speaker we could have for this incredible year that we've just been through together. I'm happy to introduce Dr. Laurie Santos.
Hello and good afternoon to everyone watching this 2021 Southern New Hampshire University Commencement Address. To President LeBlanc and all the members of the faculty and staff, to all the honored guests, to the family and friends of everyone at Southern New Hampshire University, and last but definitely not least, to all the graduates here with me today, the Spring 2020, Fall 2020, and Spring 2021 classes. Thank you so much for having me here today. I can't tell you what an honor it is to speak to your commencement class in particular. Simply put, your class is amazing. I'm looking out over this video screen at 45,000 graduates, on-campus and off-campus learners, scholars from all 50 states and more than 50 countries, people from all walks of life who share this love of learning and have come to Southern New Hampshire University to become scholars. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you for all your accomplishments, big and small, that you've had over the last few years. But I also want to congratulate you on the fact that you've managed to achieve all these accomplishments in one of the most challenging times our country and our world has ever seen. I'm sure that when you signed up to go to college, you didn't think you'd be getting your degree in the middle of a global pandemic. In the last 15 months, all our lives have changed in ways that nobody could have imagined. But in spite of all of those challenges, you're all sitting here today proudly watching this virtual commencement address. You're ready to head off into this new, nearly post-pandemic world with your degree. And that is incredible. You all rock, and you should be really, really proud of yourself. And so when I started thinking about the kinds of things I could say during this virtual commencement address, I wanted to address all the uncertainty and all the difficulty that we've all been facing. But to be totally frank, being a virtual commencement speaker in 2021 is kind of hard, because the usual task of a commencement speaker is to give you some wise and very sure of itself advice, something that you can use for the future. But right now, we're celebrating all of your achievements at a time when the future seems more uncertain than ever. I mean, I am a scientist and a happiness expert, but this is still my first global pandemic. I'm not sure what the next few months or even the next few years hold. And so when I thought what I could tell you during this kind of challenging, strange, uncertain time, I wanted to go back to something that I know will work, something that science tells me is advice that I can be sure of. And so I want to give you a strategy that is known by science to improve not just your physical health, but also your happiness. And that strategy is that I want you to take some time to experience gratitude, the simple act of counting your blessings. Now, feeling grateful right now in such a challenging time can be difficult. It's also a little countercultural. These days, we're more likely to count our hassles than our blessings. But research shows that gratitude can help, especially during difficult times. Grateful people are not only happier, but healthier. They sleep better, and they have stronger immune function. Gratitude can reduce depression and anxiety, and it also can make you more productive. No matter what job you are off to right now, gratitude can make you perform a little bit better. It can also help you with the big things in life, like saving for retirement and eating more healthily. You're less likely to procrastinate if you're feeling grateful, and it's a kind of strategy that can benefit you a lot in the future. And so, in the few minutes I have with you, I wanted to try it. I want you to experience some gratitude. So, bear with me wherever you are. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take a minute to just recognize how lucky you are to come to a place like Southern New Hampshire University. Think about how lucky you feel and how grateful you are. But even more than that, I want you to take a moment to experience gratitude for all the people who've helped you along the way. Because the fact is, none of you've made this journey on your own. This big accomplishment that you're all experiencing right now, it is something that you share with a huge village. Now, I think soon all of you are going to get your diplomas, and when it arrives, you're going to open it up and look at your name there, in big bold letters. But I want you to remember all the names that are also there in invisible ink, the many, many, many other names that have helped you with this accomplishment. And I want you to remember that they're not written on there in an obvious way, but they are there in invisible ink. On your diploma in invisible ink is going to be the name of your mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, aunties and uncles, cousins, family, friends, grandparents, step-parents, everyone who's been there for you. On that name in invisible ink is going to be countless numbers of friends who've been there for you when you needed them, who've given you advice, who've talked you through the tough times. On there in invisible ink are probably your high school teachers, mentors, coaches, everyone who's been by your side through the long history of learning that you've had. And on that diploma in invisible ink are also going to be generations of people before you who've worked incredibly hard so that one day you could call yourself a college graduate. Now I want you to take a moment to notice how you feel, thinking about how lucky you are, all those names of people who've helped you along the way. That warmth in your chest, maybe some of those almost happy tears you might be shedding right now, that is a genuine feeling of gratitude and connection. It's a feeling that this world has your back. And that's what gratitude can do. It's a performance-enhancing drug, and one that's likely to give you lots more happy feelings in the time to come. Class of 2021, I hope you will take this scientific tip to heart. I speak for everyone else who's watching this when I say that so many of your teachers and family members and friends are incredibly proud of you and incredibly grateful that you've now graduated. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. And here's to deeply and intentionally appreciating all that life brings you from here all out. Congratulations, and thank you for having me as your virtual commencement speaker.
President LeBlanc, I am pleased to introduce the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's Global Campus Business programs. Our Global Campus Business graduates will enter the business world prepared with academic degrees, expertise, and experience in an impressive array of disciplines and specializations, including accounting, business administration, business analytics, economics, entrepreneurship, finance, human resources, marketing, operations, project management, organizational leadership, management, public administration, and sports management, to name a few. Our business graduates will enter more complex, dynamic, interconnected, and technology-driven organizations than the graduates before them. Through their studies at Southern New Hampshire University and their real-world experiences, they are prepared to succeed in the highly challenging business environments that await them. Studying in face-to-face, hybrid, and online environments, these students have balanced the challenges of career, family, community, and academics to reach this milestone of earning their degree. In the process, they have acquired the knowledge and skills in a host of other areas such as cyber ethics, digital intelligence, judgment and decision-making, people management, persuasion and negotiation, and service orientation. These graduates will approach their business careers with an open and entrepreneurial mindset. They will work collaboratively and cooperatively. They will be leaders and team players. They will communicate effectively, efficiently, and with confidence. And they will blend the lessons learned from the past with today's technologies to solve the challenges of tomorrow's uncertain future. Our business graduates have come from all over the world to study and learn together in a spirit of cross-cultural diversity, which is the hallmark of the globalized and interconnected world in which they live and work. They will truly be citizens of the world. Whether they return to work and live in their home communities or venture farther afield to work abroad. Today, these graduates transition from being yesterday's business students to being today's business professionals and tomorrow's business leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs. Additionally, please allow me to thank the many faculty, associate deans, academic advisors, and staff who have contributed to the success of our business program students. Your work will have lifelong positive impact on the lives of these graduates. Thank you. Congratulations to the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University's Global Campus Business Programs.
At every graduation ceremony, there's one last piece that makes it official. And it's a bit of legal language that I'm required to read. I didn't read it one year when I started at SNHU, so there may be a whole class of people who think they graduated and they may not have, but don't tell them. But you will be taken care of. So here we go. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Southern New Hampshire University and by the General Court of the State of New Hampshire, I hereby confer the degrees of Doctor of Education, Doctor of Philosophy, International Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, and Master of Science. The Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Applied Science, and Bachelor of Science. Associate in Arts and Associate in Science, with all rights, honors, privileges thereto. Congratulations.
Gloria Abaya, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Kimberly Abbott, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. James Akadizowski, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Leah Albertson, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Daryl Alexander, Associate in Science. Jackson Allen, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Craig Amon, Associate in Science. Hannah Anderson, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. William Andfelt, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Sherry Anthony, Associate in Science. Delana Archer, Associate in Science. Hector Arteca, Associate in Science. Antonio Ashley, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Inocencio Baez Zamora, Associate in Science. Nicole Bagaros, Associate in Science. Joshua Bailey, Associate in Science. Matthew Bailey, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Destiny Baldwin, Associate in Science. Erica Barlow, Associate in Science. Brandon Berry, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Serena Batts, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Melanie Bean, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Rosalind Beard, Associate in Science. Anna Bedard, Associate in Science. Lucas Beliveau, Associate in Science. Theodore Bell, Associate in Science. Kristen Bennett, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Elda Bertiku, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Cindy Billadou, Associate in Science. Brian Black, Associate in Science. Camille Black, Associate in Science. Jennifer Blackwell, Associate in Science. Cambra Bonilla, Associate in Science. Milton Bonner, Associate in Science. Michelle Boothby, Associate in Science. Jacqueline Bosworth, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Brittany Brantley, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Markeisha Breland, Associate in Science. Beth Brooke, Associate in Science. Marlene Brooks, Associate in Science. Omika Brooks, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Heather Brown, Associate in Science. India Brown, Associate in Science. Jasmine Brown, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Lakeisha Brown, Associate in Science. Lisa Brown, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Tristan Brown, Associate in Science. Carrie Lynn Bryan, Associate in Science. Callie Buckman, Associate in Science. Jeanette Bugnacki, Associate in Science. Daniel Bergdorf, Associate in Science. Anthony Berner, Associate in Science. Kendra Burns, Associate in Science. Zarina Burns, Associate in Science. Lamarx Bussey, Associate in Science. Kayla Callahan, Associate in Science. Sandra Cantu, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Felix Corella, Associate in Science. Sadie Carter, Associate in Science. Kimberly Casey, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Henry Castellanos, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Luis Cervantes Espinoza, Associate in Science. Jacob Chambers, Associate in Science. Kisha Champagne, Associate in Science. Angel Clark, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Michelle Clark, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. William Clay, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Robert Cole, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Nikita Collier, Associate in Science. Daniel Collison, Associate in Science. Deborah Connery, Associate in Science. Sarah Coonan, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. John Coons, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Lamisha Cooper, Associate in Science. Robert Corliss, Associate in Science. Jessica Coriel, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Tiffany Creasy, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Taylor Crow, Associate in Science. Andrew Dahman, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Raymond Dallaire, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Sarah Dart, Associate in Science. Matthew Davey, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Matthew Davis, Associate in Science. Tanequa Davis, Associate in Science. Thomas Davis, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Tiana Davis, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Isaiah de la Cruz, Associate in Science. Samantha Defoe, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Linda Demaray, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Austin Dillon, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Megan Doherty, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Mitchell Doney, Associate in Science. Danielle Daughter, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Christine Doty, Associate in Science. Jamie Doherty, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Belinda Dow, Associate in Science. Daniel Doyle, Associate in Science, Associates with High Honors. Michael Dugan, Associate in Science. Jared Eckert, Associate in Science. Chris Edwards, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Nicholas Enquist, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Carrie Enriquez, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Susan Esposito, Associate in Science, Associates with Highest Honors. Tanya Fiola, Associate in Science, Associates with Honors. Samuel Farah, Associate in Science. Elizabeth Farrell, Associate in Science. Bruce Fields, Associate in Science. Raquel Figueroa, Associate in Science. Quenisha Finley, Associate in Science. Maria Flewellen, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Seema Flood, Associate in Science. Edgar Flores Martinez, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Stacy Fogarty, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Krista Falmer, Associate in Science. Toy Ford, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Leah Forges, Associate in Science. Dean Foster, Associate in Science. Nicole Foster, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Theodore Foster, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Jade Freeman, Associate in Science. Andrew French, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Jessica Friend, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Yolanda Gaines, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Anthony Golly, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Teresa Ganong Wilds, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Andrew Garman, Associate in Science. Christian Garrity, Associate in Science. Catherine Gates, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Julia Gautier, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. O'Neill Gaynor, Associate in Science. Joanne George, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Vincent Gianfala, Associate in Science. Christina Giardino Bim, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Abigail Gibson, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Tammy Gilchrist, Associate in Science. Joseph Ginsburg, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Alfonso Gonzalez, Associate in Science. Sherilyn Gonzalez, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Rudy Goodwin, Associate in Science. LaShonda Gossett, Associate in Science. Caitlin Gracie, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Simone Gray, Associate in Science. Yvette Green, Associate in Science. Seth Green, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Kristen Griffin, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Michael Greisfich, Associate in Science. Samantha Gunter, Associate in Science. Justin Hadley, Associate in Science. Sky Halbert, Associate in Science. Elisha Hammond, Associate in Science. Scott Handren, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Timothy Hardy, Associate in Science. Michael Harrison, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Nicholas Harding, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Kelly Hawks, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Sarah Hawkins, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Rayanne Hersha, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Devin Hewitt, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Vicki Hickman, Associate in Science. James Hicks, Associate in Science. Orlina Hicks, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Jessica Hodjnowski, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Justin Holby, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Christy Holmes, Associate in Science. Barbara Holston, Associate in Science. Stephanie Homier, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Andrea Honan, Associate in Science. Warren Hostetter, Associate in Science. Georgina Hoff, Associate in Science. Joshua Howlett, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Robert Hughes, Associate in Science. Caitlin Hurd, Associate in Science. Brad Hurst, Associate in Science. Kimberly Hutchison, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Ryan Hymas, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Clifton Hippolyte, Associate in Science. Sadiria Irvin, Associate in Science. Natalie Itu, Associate in Science. Poonam Itwaru, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Diana Jackson, Associate in Science. Guy Jackson, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Michael Jackson, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Jessica Yvette Jacobs, Associate in Science. Crystal Johnson, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Deborah Johnson, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Jaleesa Johnson, Associate in Science. Christine Johnson, Associate in Science. Jordan Johnson Tolles, Associate in Science. Jeremy Johnston, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Nisha T. Jones, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Rachel Jones, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Lisa Julian, Associate in Science. Mark Kashmarek, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Brandy Kelly, Associate in Science. William Kelly, Associate in Science. Charles Kenyon, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Janine Kearns, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Amanda Knowles, Associate in Science. Kobe Kobayashi, Associate in Science. Jason Komarovsky, Associate in Science. Chris Kuntz, Associate in Science. Alex Kunert, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Brittany LaChapelle, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Chantel Lamb, Associate in Science. Diane Lawson, Associate in Science. Tiara Lee, Associate in Science. Courtney Lees, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Matthew Leaner, Associate in Science. Heath Leroux, Associate in Science. Michael Lee Bassi, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Kamal Lindsay, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Sharon Lipham, Associate in Science. Christy Livingston, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Devlin Lebers, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Jonathan Lockhart, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Allison Lopez, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Cindy Lopez, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Mariah Lopez, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Kawanya Lucas Watkins, Associate in Science. Sandra Lucia, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Alexander Lujan, Associate in Science. Cassidy Mahoney, Associate in Science. Dean Melody, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Laura Mansfield, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Edward Maroldi, Associate in Science. Wandaline Marquez Martinez, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Danielle Marshall, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Stephanie Martinez, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Juan Mason. Associate in Science. Daniel Matthews. Associate in Science. Anthony Madison. Associate in Science. Brittany McCraw. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. April McGee. Associate in Science. Douglas McLaughlin. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Michael McGuire. Associate in Science. Sherrod McIntosh. Associate in Science. Shauna McKee. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Teresa McKnight. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Latia McLean. Associate in Science. David McMillan. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Russell Means. Associate in Science. Casey Melendrez. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Caroline Minella. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Emin Medayam. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Caitlin Metivier. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Angel Miller. Associate in Science. Brian Miller. Associate in Science. Seja Miller. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Natalie Millhouse. Associate in Science. Hallie Mindler. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Joshua Minor. Associate in Science. Camille Mitchell. Associate in Science. Shaquanti Mitchell. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Laurel Montgomery. Associate in Science. San Juana Moreno. Associate in Science. Josue Moreno Garza. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Michael Moriarty. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Brian Morris. Associate in Science. Solomon Morse. Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Olga Moser. Associate in Science. Andrew Moulton. Associate in Science. Jeffrey Mullen. Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Jessica Munoz. Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Rian Music. Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Brandon Myers. Associate in Science. Kayla Myers. Associate in Science. Christopher Nadeau. Associate in Science. John Namath. Associate in Science. Melissa Nguyen. Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Nicole Norton. Associate in Science. Brent Olds, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Kara Oliver, Associate in Science. Samantha Olson, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Irina Margarita Orndorff, Associate in Science. Jasmine Ottenwalder, Associate in Science. Sean Palmer, Associate in Science. Ernest Painticky, Associate in Science. Mariah Paquette, Associate in Science. Nicholas Parker, Associate in Science. Ashley Parsons, Associate in Science. Joshua Parsons, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Jessica Pasqua, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Darby Patton, Associate in Science. Emily Payne, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Andrew Peoples, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Antonio Perry, Associate in Science. Ashley Perry, Associate in Science. Amber Phelps, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Matthew Phillips, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Brandon Phyllis, Associate in Science. Daniel Phipps, Associate in Science. Cassandra Pierce, Associate in Science. Sydney Pieterke-Wicks, Associate in Science. Brittany Pirallo, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Stephanie Perthapel, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Elizabeth Poisson, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Jacqueline Pompey, Associate in Science. Kenneth Postle, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Chaniki Powell, Associate in Science. Associates with High Honors. Sarah Power, Associate in Science. Mitchell Prendergast, Associate in Science. Emile Pugliese, Associate in Science. Jay Ramsdell, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Danielle Randall, Associate in Science. Brittany Randolph, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Alan Ratcliffe, Associate in Science. Brittany Rafton, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Catherine Rao, Associate in Science. Christopher Reed, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Matthew Reed, Associate in Science. Associates with Honors. Jennifer Reed, Associate in Science. Laura Riley, Associate in Science. Associates with Highest Honors. Christy Rendo, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Amanda Richards, Associate in Science. Bethany Riffle, Associate in Science. Tanya Rinaldi, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Carmen Ritter, Associate in Science. Angel Roberts, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Rhythm Roberts, Associate in Science. Tyler Roberts, Associate in Science. Charmaine Robinson, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Burnaby Rodriguez, Associate in Science. Christian Rodriguez, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Samaria Rollison, Associate in Science. Veronica Rosas, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Amy Rossetti, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Chris Saavedra, Associate in Science. Madison Samples, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Cody Sampolsky, Associate in Science. Ariel Sanchez, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Eric Sanchez, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Laken Sanders, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Brittany Sandoval, Associate in Science. Rachel Sandoval, Associate in Science. Chelsea Santana, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Crystal Santiago, Associate in Science. Charles Savage, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Rachel Shear, Associate in Science. Christopher Schmult, Associate in Science. Associates with honors. Alicia Shust, Associate in Science. Catlin C., Associate in Science. Deshawn Sellers, Associate in Science. Cynthia Sinquiz, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Sita Schalhout, Associate in Science. Associates with high honors. Nancy Shebro, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Billy Sheets, Associate in Science. Reginald Shepard, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Kellyanne Sherry, Associate in Science. Christopher Silva, Associate in Science. Jeanette Silva, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Taniqua Simon, Associate in Science. Sita Singh, Associate in Science. Associates with highest honors. Lindsay Sisson, Associate in Science. Judith Slade Stewart, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. William Sleester, Associate in Science. Morgan Slees, Associate in Science. Justin Smith, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Marcus Smith, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Marion Smith, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Robin Smith, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Tari Smith, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Zachary Smith, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Chelsea Soder, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Justine Spadia, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Jonathan Spears, Associate in Science. John Spear, Associate in Science. Elizabeth Spencer, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Joshua Starks, Associate in Science. Adam Steck, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Tabitha Steele, Associate in Science. Amber Steelman, Associate in Science. Zachary Stiles, Associate in Science. Ryan Stowers, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Amber Stumpf, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Guillermo Suarez, Associate in Science. Taylor Svenkonis, Associate in Science. Caitlin Sweat, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Katie Sylvester, Associate in Science. Tristan Sylvester Martin, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Emily Sokol, Associate in Science. Robert Tangway, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Lisa Tarr, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Michael Tassi, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Raymond Taylor, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Brandy Tedford, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Jamie Terry, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Roger Tiefpaw, Associate in Science. Hunter Thaxton, Associate in Science. Paris Thomas, Associate in Science. Aaron Thompson, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Chelsea Thorne, Associate in Science. Priscilla Tisdall, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Leah Torres, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Wendy Torres, Associate in Science. Heriberto Torres Serna, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Jamie Tortolani, Associate in Science. Daniel Tourville, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Danielle Tovar, Associate in Science. Shun Terrence Trammell, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Sherry Trantham, Associate in Science. Josie Trujillo, Associate in Science. Jamie Tucker, Associate in Science. Andrecia Turner, Associate in Science. Breshern Turner, Associate in Science. Janelle Turnowitz, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Far Ea Usman, Associate in Science. Pave Na Valancourt, Associate in Science. Megan Van Acker, Associate in Science. Brianna Van Dicken, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Lonnie Vega, Associate in Science. Caleb Wall, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Francis Warren, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Antoine Watson, Associate in Science. Shamina Watson, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Timothy Ware, Associate in Science. Taylor Weeks, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Corey Wells, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Stephanie Wetland, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Teresa Whalen, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Jamila Wheeler, Associate in Science. Amber Whitesell, Associate in Science. Brenda Williams, Associate in Science. Donald Williams, Associate in Science. Jacqueline Williams, Associate in Science. Kyle Williams, Associate in Science. Natasha Williams, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Shaquan Williams, Associate in Science. Nicole Williford, Associate in Science. Jessica Wilson, Associate in Science, Associates with honors. Angel Windley, Associate in Science. Cassandra Wool, Associate in Science, Associates with high honors. Thomas Wood, Associate in Science. Deborah Wright, Associate in Science. Brittany Yawn, Associate in Science. Natasha Human, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors. Stephen Zurek, Associate in Science, Associates with highest honors.
Congratulations! To the newest graduates of Southern New Hampshire University, on behalf of the Alumni Board of Directors, I am honored to officially welcome you into the SNHU Alumni Association. Today, more than 156,000 SNHU alumni around the world congratulate you on your success and hope you will be an active part of our global SNHU community. At this time, if you are one of our learners who has earned an associate's or bachelor's degree, I invite you to participate in the ceremonial tradition of moving your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. As you go forth today, always remember the university's motto, Summa Optimaque, in English, the greatest and the best. And indeed, you are. Congratulations again.